Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be unboxing the big vegan cheese making kit. So we're going to see what's inside. It claims that it makes 6 different types of vegan cheese and has 20 servings. Yeah, it makes 20 batches. So I'm going to make one of them today just to see, and if you guys are interested in, I don't know, seeing all of the recipes be made, then those are future videos I can make, just let me know. But I figured it might be a bit too lengthy in this one video, so we're just going to unbox this today and see what's inside and then make one of them from the recipe book. Okay, so it's a pretty big box. We've got, so far everything's in cardboard, which I really like. We've got a cardboard outer layer, paper recipe book, we'll have a look at this in a second. Pop that there. And then all of our ingredients, I guess, are in this cardboard box here. So, ooh, I've got some nutritional yeast. So we've got 10 grams of lemon pepper, 10 grams of basil, some nutritional yeast. I love this stuff anyway, so I'm just glad to have this. Nutritional yeast, organic sea salt. Okay. Organic sea salt. Agar. Okay. And then we've got tapioca flour. We've got some citric acid and paprika. And they've given us some cheesecloth, which is very handy. They've given us quite a lot of it actually. Good. And a thermometer. Okay, so let's see what the instruction manual says. So this is the instruction manual I've been given. This is how I'm going to find out whether or not this will be an easy task or not. So there seems to be an introduction, your vegan cheese making kit, at least the contents, some tips before you begin. Okay, so mozzarella is an option. I love I used to love mozzarella cheese, so I'd be interested to try that. Okay. Oh, it even gives you some recipe ideas. That's quite good. Ricotta. Ooh, but ricotta icing sounds so good. Okay. Mascarpone or cheese sauce. Yeah, that'd be nice. Halloumi. This used to be my shit. Okay, I think this is the one that I'm gonna make. I used to love this. Of course, mine would have like the lengthiest ingredients dish. One thing I forgot to mention is with this kit, it says on the box, just add nuts and almond milk, so you do have to buy those things separately yourself. So I've got some macadamia nuts and some almond nuts just for the sake of this video. So let's see if that's what I need to make my, where is it? Halloumi. Okay, a few tips before you start. Your vegan halloumi won't be starting white like other halloumi due to the cashews. Oh, well, I don't have any cashews. Okay, right, I'm gonna have to pick a different cheese. Fuck that. Oh, I want the halloumi.
I can get cashews tomorrow.
Yeah, I'll get cashews on the days. What can I make with what I have? Macadamia nuts, feta. I don't like feta. Parmesan. Okay, that's just nutritional yeast. Okay, it is a good book. It is a good kit. I'm just a picky bitch. They want cashews. Macadamia. Okay, so I can make ricotta. Okay, so for the purpose of this video, the first recipe I'm going to try out is this ricotta. I guess I'm just going to use it like a cream cheese. And the reason I'm doing that is because I have macadamia nuts on hand, but I'll definitely be doing the halloumi video later on as well at some point, so keep your eyes peeled for that if you're interested. But that requires cashew nuts, which I don't have right now. Okay, a few tips before I start. If I'm planning on using the ricotta in sweet dishes, I may want to add less salt. Well, I don't. I think I'm going to have it savoury on toast with something else, I'm not quite sure. Or on pasta. The longer you leave the cheese to drain, the drier it will become. It will also firm up considerably in the fridge overnight. Ricotta takes on flavours very well, so feel free to experiment by adding your own and creating your own unique soft cheese. Soak your muslin in boiling water for 5 minutes to ensure it is clean before you begin. That's a good tip, because mine did just come in a box. I don't know how hygienic that is. So the first step to this is soaking the macadamia nuts in a bowl of water overnight. So that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to fetch a bowl. So following the instructions, I'm just going to leave these macadamia nuts in a bowl of water overnight, and then I'll come back to you guys shortly and we'll follow the rest of the recipe. Okay, so we've come back the next day having left our cashew nuts soaking overnight in some cold water, and they feel softer already. And then I've cut up some of the muslin that was provided in the pack, and it's been recommended to pour some boiling water over this and let it steep for 5 minutes to sterilise. And the only other 2 ingredients that this ricotta cheese calls for is organic sea salt and some citric acid. And then of course a plant-based milk that you provide yourself alongside the nuts. It says that it holds flavour very well, this cream cheese, ricotta cheese, but I'm not going to flavour mine at all, although I could have with some of the herbs or spices provided, because I'm making a spinach pie out of mine, and I feel like there'd be enough garlic and onion flavour in that. Okay, so now I'm going to take my muslin from the boiling water, run some cold water over it, and then line the colander with this. So I'll leave it like this, ready for the cheese. So all we have to do here is add all of our ingredients and then blend. So I'm adding our nuts. I've got some oat milk here. Got some organic salt. We need a 1/4 teaspoon of the salt. Citric acid. So we'll transfer it over into our muslin cloth now and then let it drain for 4 to 5 hours. It says according to the instructions the longer you leave it to drain, the more firm the texture will be. So this is all dependent on your own preference. I kind of like mine more firm than gloopy, my cream cheese. Okay, so I'm going to transfer this now. Yeah. So now that we've blended our ricotta mixture, we're just going to pour it again, as I said, into this muslin and let it sit for about 4 to 5 hours. The longer you let this drain out, the firmer the texture will be. So just keep an eye on it and do it in line with your own cream cheese preference. So this is our final product. We've left this draining for a couple of hours now, and yeah, it does look very firm. It almost looks like a mozzarella. Pop this out here, but this, ladies and gents, is my cream cheese. Now I'm gonna get Danica to taste test this for me. Let's see, we have these little biscottes here.
Are you not tasting it with me?
Yeah, of course I am. Alright, we'll make one for you, and then we'll make one for me. Okay, good cream cheese. Oh yeah, it's definitely thick. Okay, I wanna get this on camera.
Okay, you wanna film it?
Yeah, can I forget it too?
Yeah, apologies for our kitchen.
Don't apologise for our kitchen.
I'm not sorry.
Take
okay.
Me to insert that. What do you think as a non-vegan?
As a non-vegan?
I mean, does it taste like ricotta cheese as you know it?
I've got a little tang to it, but it's kind of just plain. It's just like...
Yeah, it's flavourless. Okay, I'm gonna leave it there and switch places with you for a sec.
Okay.
But we are hoping to put this into a spinach pie, so hopefully...
I think with something.
Is the texture even nice? It did say in the recipe.
Texture is good.
In fairness, it did say in the recipe. I don't even know if this can see me.
Do you want me to get behind it?
Yeah, you need to lower it a bit. It did say in the recipe that this picks up flavour really well and carries flavour really well. And the only reason that I haven't used any of the spices or herbs that were included in the set was because I knew I'm going to be using this mostly in the spinach pie. So I was like, it's going to have loads of garlic and onion in it. But let me taste it as just plain cream cheese. Very nutty. Ooh! Okay, so your first taste is an overwhelming nut, as you might imagine. But then following directly behind that is a sort of citrusy, salty taste that you do get from cheese. But whereas in normal cheese, that's what you taste first. Here it's the reverse. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, I really like that. I would have that on one of these with just slices of cucumber on top of this even. Okay. I'll give this a 6 out of 10. I don't know if I'd be arsed making this again, but if the pie is really good later, maybe I will be. But the one thing I'm really looking forward to making is the halloumi, so stay tuned for that video. So we've used our ricotta to make a spinach and ricotta pie. We just threw some pine nuts on top of it after frying up some spinach on top of the pre-made shortcut pastry, vegan pastry. And we can make this on the channel if it's a recipe you're interested in. But yeah, we're gonna give it a taste test in a second and let you guys know what we think. Spinach and vegan ricotta. Oh my god, this is so fucking good. Okay, so I need to stop eating in a sec and tell you what I think of this cheese making kit. It retails for about €30. Danica tells me €30, right? €30. So keep in mind, you have to buy the most expensive ingredients, which is nuts, obviously, and then nut milks. But they do provide you with lots of ingredients, like the citric acid, for example, which I just don't ever have on hand, and the agar or whatever, which I never have on hand. So it is a nice gift to buy the vegan in your life who may want to make their own cheese but have never tried before because they're so, I don't know, daunted by the task. Because actually this was way simpler than I would have imagined to make this ricotta. And I would pay about €6 for a tub of this if I was out at a farmer's market or something. So actually, yeah, I do think the kit is worth its money, or worth its cost or whatever. And if you do have a vegan in your life and they've got a birthday coming up and you're stuck for something to fill out like their gifts or whatever, do definitely consider this kit because I've thoroughly enjoyed this and cannot wait to make the halloumi. So happy right now.